pick me up in the middle of something. The thing that people who watch the show on YouTube now hear every week is, I'm going to start the recording early, so YouTube will pick up the early stuff. Okay, that should be good enough. Ow, jam! Hello again and welcome... Nope, that's Monday Night Magic. Ow, jam! Hello again and welcome to the Manapool. Bad at this game.
You can do it.
Can I, though?
Maybe.
Just wing it. Wing it to win it.
I was playing Heroes of the Storm before we started, so the mouse is on the wrong side. That's my problem. There we go. Mouse is on the left again, like a decent human being. Hello, this is the Manapool number 520, because 420 just wasn't good enough. That is the appropriate response.
Yeah, I started to wonder if I even remembered what episode that was. But of course I don't remember it by number. What the hell is wrong with me?
Yeah, no, we barely acknowledge that there's a number. I am Chewy, the lead dork, and I am bad at this game. With me, as always, are some other dorks. Hi, dorks.
Hi, I'm Brian. I'm the lead rambler, tangent master of the group, and I'm okay at some games. It really depends on the game, but you really don't want me in your corner if it's a puzzle game, because no, it's not going to work.
I'm Mike. I'm the rules guy and the game lore guy. And episode 420 was our Eternal Masters exclusive preview. We got to preview Unexpectedly Absent.
Oh.
And I'm Dirk, the self-proclaimed greenest man alive and moral compass of the group. And I am tofu. That's how my mind feels.
Are you killer tofu?
No, just the tofu from Resident Evil 2.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember tofu in Resident Evil 2, but
It was one
You
of
can
those
look it up.
super secrets.
It was one of those ones, if you beat the game in certain different ways, then you can unlock the tofu. And the whole point was to get through the game, the whole last part, as tofu and not get killed. It was very hard.
I believe it.
I was just making a Doug reference. Remember Killer Tofu?
Maybe? I don't know.
That's one of the songs that their band sang. Ooh, ooh, Killer Tofu. Anyway. Now that we're done making obscure references to old things, for now, this is the Manapool number 520, where we are once again live on twitch.tv/themanapool, which is totally a thing that you should come hang out during. Because reasons. It's fun. We're live. You can talk to us. We might actually pay attention. Maybe. Depending on the topic. Like last week, I wasn't paying attention, if I remember correctly. But anyway, so Commander 2018 either came out or comes out. I don't know. Nobody
It comes
knows.
out tomorrow, maybe?
It's either tomorrow or next Friday. Commander 2018 release date. Yes, thank you, Google, for not actually giving me a release date. August 10th, so it is tomorrow. Okay.
Okay.
The day of prophecy has arrived.
Or, if you're listening to this later, then it's, a few days ago. Yeah. So, because there's a new set, and because all of our brains were mush, and because Brian, I think, has something more interesting for us to do next week, we are going to do some story circles!
Woo! I like story circles.
I do. I give up. You know what? I'm just done. I'm just going to sit here and die.
Oh, and to Brian's point earlier, the day of prophecy was June 5th, 2000.
It was?
Was that?
That's when prophecy was released.
Did I miss it? Oh, okay.
You know, I see what you did there, and I still hate you.
I don't like
I
it either.
can't say that I approve. Yeah, I just.
Okay, so a lot of stuff going on. I want you guys to know, you dorks and you listeners, I want you to know how much I love you, because today, in Overwatch, the Summer Games event started, which means Lucio Ball is back. And instead of playing that, which it's my favorite special event in, I almost said in Hearthstone. No, that's different. In Overwatch. And I'm not playing it right now on day one because I'm recording the stupid podcast. By the way, for everybody, we're streaming some Lucio Ball. I think Lucio Ball. We might do some normal other arcade games because Steph hates Lucio Ball. But we're definitely going to be streaming some of both probably tomorrow night. So for those of you that are here, come back tomorrow night. Lucio Ball. Yes. But anyway, words and also talking. The Boomsday Project just came out on Hearthstone. The new set. And there's something else going on. But I had 3 things lined up, but now I've forgotten. I'm sure a third thing happened.
Pro Tour 25th anniversary happened.
Oh yeah, that's true. And it was a team Pro Tour, so it was bizarre.
First in.
Who won the silver draft?
The Silver Showcase was Stan Sifka.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
The finals were Stan Sifka versus Amaz. And all of the butthurt people because these Hearthstone players just revolted, and I laughed.
Sifka, by the way, is like one of the winningest players in Magic, right? So
No, but
no,
he did win at least a Pro Tour.
Okay, well that's more than most people complaining. So
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Not all of the ones
Probably-
complaining, though. A lot of the pros are complaining too because jealousy. But that's not what this show's about.
Oh, whatever.
no jealous. I did see on the Magic website today, just in terms of news, that they're publishing a new comic. Did you hear about this?
I saw Twitter talking about it, but that was it.
Yeah, it's I'm just gonna drop this URL in here real wide. Maybe it was yesterday. Brian, not prepared, but it's a comic I think about Chandra, but the series will be written by Vita someone that works on Supergirl, and drawn by Harvey Tolibau, who draws for X-Men. So, yeah, pretty sweet. And it's also, I think, tying in the 25th anniversary some. So, and now I can't find the announcement, so Lord.
Well, that is the Wizards website for you.
Yes. Maybe someone in Twitch chat knows what I'm talking about.
Oh, I'm sure they do.
But so I made a point of looking at that and going, huh, neat.
All right, then. So.
Hey, look at that. Layer of Lore. Thank you, Layer of Lore.
Oh, it was an IGN article. That's why. The stuff that's not from Magic gets cycled off of the homepage.
There we go.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
But okay, then. So. Dorks, apparently you were told to check your email. I'm checking mine and there's nothing here. I can't get the dorks to check their email
nothing.
when I'm trying to schedule a show. I know you're not going to get them to check their email in the middle of a show.
I do not see anything in my email. So.
All right, then. Thank you, Twitch chat, for distracting me. So, again, Commander 2018. There we go. Core set 2019. Commander 2018. Got it. It's coming out. So, of course, that means there are lots of new legendaries, which means, of course, we have to do some story circles. Yay!
Yes.
Yay.
Was that a sharp intake of breath as in about to speak?
That's what it sounded like, Mike.
Yeah, no. I found the email he's talking about. It's from like a month ago.
Oh, okay.
We did not answer him. I know I didn't. All right, I'll forward it to you later.
Okay.
The old deck lists one?
Yes.
Oh yeah, the one that wanted specifically you guys to help and you didn't? Yeah.
I forgot about it.
I have no excuse because, I'm good for nothing.
It's weird. I usually mark these things as unread if I mean to respond to them, but I didn't do that this time. Oops.
That sounded painful.
I'm
Okay.
just a terrible mind.
Anyway, we are getting horribly off topic even for us. So, story circles, damn it. So
Yes.
a story circle is where we pick a legendary commander and we build a deck around it one person at a time. So, like, Brian picks a card, and then Mike, and then Dirk, and then me in some order, and then we just keep going around until we get done.
Sounds great.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, we talked about it before the show, and we decided to... Wow, that's tiny. Let's put it... Hang on, I'm screwing with the stream. We decided to do... Yennet, Cryptic Sovereign. Yay.
Yeah.
Or
Yay.
Yennet. We can't tell. We really can't. So, Yennet Cryptic Sovereign for 2 a white, a blue, and a black is the 3/5 Sphinx. With flying, vigilance, and menace. Whenever Yennet. Is it Laurel or Yanni? Whenever Yanni attacks, reveal the top card of your library. If that card's converted mana cost is odd, you may cast it without paying its mana cost. Otherwise, draw a card.
So, all right. So, shall I go first? Oh, and just as we did say, we purposely want to do this during Twitch. And if you guys are like, hey, I think this would be great, feel free to put it out there. But as a rule, we're going to try not to just rely on Twitch chat to basically tell us to cheat, to basically so that we're not entirely relying on them to just make up stuff for us. But don't feel like you're being ignored. So for my first contribution, I'm going to go with Strionic Resonator.
Jesus.
Because I think this is an interesting triggered ability, and I want to do more of it. So this is an even card, meaning that if it's revealed off of it, yes, we'll just draw it. It won't get cast automatically, but I still think it's worth it. For 2 mana, it's an artifact. Pay 2 and tap it to copy target triggered ability you control. You may choose new targets for the copy. So you attack with our commander, Yennet. And then while that ability is on the stack, the triggered ability, you copy it with the resonator, and we're gonna get to reveal the top 2 cards one at a time. And if they're odd, play them. If not, hey, we're still drawing cards. So there you go.
All right, then. That was neat.
Yeah. And I don't want us to feel like, while certainly you get a lot of value off of running lots of odd cards, I don't want this to feel like we have to only do odd. That being said, if everybody wants to go in that direction, we'll see where we go. So, who's next?
Also, I'd like to point out that Pusha C4 in the chat said immediately, Brian will choose an even CMC card, calling it now. And then very first one.
You know me so well.
Sick.
All right. The first card that came to mind, thinking about odd mana costs and messing with the top of the library, is one of my favorites. That I think it's overlooked a little too often, and it looks like it's actually in this commander deck. Dream Cache.
Oh my god.
I'm so
For two
glad
and a
you
blue.
didn't say the top. So
No, I did not say the top.
nice.
The top is not one of my favorite cards. But
No.
Dream Cache is. It costs 2 and a blue. It's a sorcery. Draw 3 cards, then put 2 cards from your hand both on top of your library or both on the bottom of your library.
I like it.
Yeah.
I've just realized I am setting myself up here to be really annoyed. Whenever
Yeah.
you guys say something, I have been flipping over to Twitch chat to show it off. Well, that means I can't like dig for cards myself
Uh-huh.
because it's looking at my screen. So yeah, here it is. That's Dirk's Mike's card. What is your name? Beard.
Me.
Mark.
Mark. Yeah, there we go. I hate you, by the way.
For mine, you'll notice whenever I go through mine that I do sort of have a theme. I've got a couple themes. I'm gonna do one, and then I'm gonna pick a couple that go into a vein of their own. My first choice is gonna be Brilliant Ultimatum. So that one is 2 white, 3 blue, 2 black. So that means it's an odd.
That is correct.
And it's a sorcery that's rare. Exile the top 5 cards of your library. An opponent separates those cards into 2 piles. You may play any number of cards from one of those piles without paying their mana cost.
Huh.
Nice.
It's like
So,
a fact
it
or
would
fiction
be-
where you get to actually cast the stuff. So
I mean, it's a really expensive card. However, if you were to attack and then, reveal this card, then you get to play it, and then all kinds of shenanigans happen.
yeah.
Okay then. Cap just pointed out that my overlay for each of the dorks on the other screen is also showing my browser instead of Discord. The problem is that's not one layer, that's like 4. Great. Okay, so that's a thing I'll have to work on. So for me, I have not had time to look at anything.
If you want a little bit of a hint, sort of something I did, I'm doing.
Nope.
little-
No, he
Nope.
doesn't want to know.
Don't care. Let's see.
Want to be helpful.
You are not.
We know that you. Aw. His heart's in the right place.
We all want a lot of things, Dirk.
His heart is in the right place. It's in his chest.
Yeah,
What
as
color
opposed
is
to
this
his
thing?
leg.
This is Esper. Okay.
This is Esper, yes.
Huh. I legit have no my only problem with this card in particular was that it doesn't point us in a direction,
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
which is always a problem when picking. Like, it leads to interesting deck building decisions, but it doesn't give me a direction to start in.
I got you.
Ah, got it. How about this? The Prescient Chimera. Prescient Chimera. I don't like this card just because I can't say the damn name. There we go. For 3 blue, it's a 3/4 Chimera with flying. And whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, scry 1.
Nice.
See? So we get to see the cards on the top. And yeah. And it's a flyer. It's a creature. Yeah. Prescient Chimera. I'm sure there's probably something better. but that's all I came up with. So, should we reveal the secret hook to why people should be watching live?
Yes.
Sure.
All right, chat. Every round, you guys get one pick. We're gonna, give us something, and we'll make sure it's not stupid.
Yeah. It doesn't have to be like, first come, first serve.
Yeah, it has to
But-
be the best one. JT, stop saying Doomsday.
I'm seeing a lot of Void Winnower and that
Yeah, people said
Eldrazi
Void
about
Winnower a lot.
anti-even. So, and Emrakul. But, more Void Winnower and Void Winnower.
I mean,
And
the Void
Apple
Winnower is
Cork-
pretty funny.
The Apple Cork, has said Enigma Sphinx a couple times. So which one do we want to go with?
I
I
think we
think-
got to
Close
go
the
with
window?
the Void Winnower.
A couple
You're the
people
one
have
who did it,
mentioned
by the way.
Void Winnower, so let's go with that one this round.
What are you saying, Dirk?
Sorry, ignore me.
Oh, okay. You just didn't mute first. Got it. All right, so the Void Winnower is the Twitch chat choice.
Good job, guys.
For 9 mana, it's an 11/9 Eldrazi. Your opponents can't cast spells with even converted mana costs. And your opponents can't block with creatures with even converted mana costs. Ha 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 ha! Because screw you, that's why. If we're playing a bunch of odd stuff, you gotta play a bunch of odd stuff. Pinball Witch said to read the rulings. Wow, that's funny. There's a ruling that says, yes, your opponent can't even. We know.
Wow. Wow.
What the hell, man?
Oh, good lord. Wow. Good job, guys. Okay. All right. So, moving right along. I was thinking, okay, we're casting spells, but chances are, at some point, you're going to reveal a land. A land technically doesn't have a mana cost, so it's not odd, correct? So, it has to be drawn.
Yes, because
Okay.
0 is even.
So we're also going to be drawing cards. So that can be a thing too. So what I am going to go with is Descendant of Sora Maro. If you recall, there were some descendants of the Maros and those were in the the Saviors of Kamigawa. And I specifically was thinking about the Blue Maro, but when I was looking it up, I actually came across this, and I actually think I like this to a certain extent. I want to put this here. It's a human wizard. It costs 4, 3 and a blue. It's a 2/3, so the stats aren't great, but for 1 and a blue, look at the top X cards of your library, where X is the number of cards in your hand. Then put them back in any order. So that's going to be great for ordering our draws, and not just, obviously with the commander out and getting those triggers, it's going to be like, hey, look, get to play this for free. But also, even without the commander, just being able to say, all right, I don't want this. It's like a super scry, if you've got at least 3 cards in your hand, that's pretty awesome. So, and if they waste a kill spell on it, it's a 2/3. So, I say. So yeah, Descendant of Sora Maro.
I would like the Twitch chat to notice that is 2 even cost cards for Brian.
Yes, well, yes.
Wait, when does Yenet happen?
When she attacks.
She attacks.
Oh, okay.
She does not need to connect. Oh, good. So Chewie has one ready to go. But I think it's Mike's or Mark's turn next.
Right. And Brian's card made me think of something else. Another card that I really, really like. Kagemaru, First to Suffer.
Ooh.
Yeah. 3 black for a legendary demon spirit. And Kagemaru's power and toughness are equal to the number of cards in your hand. Also, it has an ability, pay a black and sacrifice Kagamaru. All creatures get -X until end of turn, where X is the number of cards in your hand.
Nice. Talk about a board wipe. And because it's the --, that's going to get around indestructible and other related abilities. So.
Yeah, regeneration, protection.
But Mike, what's regeneration? Never mind. I'm kidding.
It's 2 steps away from banding. Shut up.
Yeah. It's indestructible, that's slightly more fair, but several ways more complicated.
Yes.
Okay. So for my choice, mine is going to be Sin Triplets. For
Oh, Dirk. Okay. All right.
So this was the one that I have a little tangent that I'm going on. So there's a couple cards that go with it, but I'll choose them as I get around to my turn.
Wow,
So
Dirk is like planned this out to the nth degree. Go ahead, Dirk. Sorry, go ahead.
Sin Triplets cost 2, a white, blue, and a black, so 5. So if this attacks, this could be played out because it's odd. Legendary artifact creature, human wizard, that's a 3/3. At the beginning of your upkeep, choose target opponent. This turn, that player can't cast spells or activate abilities and plays with their hand revealed. You may play cards from that player's hand this turn.
Yeah.
So you attack, throw this out, and then when it's your... then when it comes around to your turn during your upkeep, you've untapped, and now you can just say, hey, you, let me see your hand. Let's see what you got. And then hopefully you can do some shenanigans.
So in the chat, people are saying, Stark said, I like how Dirk's entries are either completely bizarre or utterly disgusting. There's no middle ground. Pinball West goes, is this what happens when we don't let him pick green? He goes full evil mode. And I don't think that's it. I think it's because he has 3 kids now. And he doesn't have time for shenanigans anymore.
All right, I'm going to take your turn for you. Give me your cards. Give me your cards. All right, this is what we're going to do.
Give me,
So.
give,
I don't care
one.
what you think. You're going to let me see your cards.
Dirk's like, look, I cast it, so that's yes, I'm the daddy here. So mine, I don't even know how I feel about this anymore, is nice and simple, Foot Bottom Feast. For 2 and a black, it's an instant, put any number of target creature cards from your graveyard on top of your library and draw a card. So you get a thing back immediately. And you can put more things there, so you'll know you'll be getting something with Yennet.
Right, and it just also is a great way to save your stuff. It's an instant, so if somebody's like, yeah, blow up all the graveyards, you can respond with, well, get my stuff back, or even just, just recursion in general. So, reusing resources. I like it.
Chat is saying that there's a double of this card. Is there a functional reprint?
I don't know if it's an instant.
Yeah, it's Bone Harvest. It's from Mirage or Visions or something. Is that what it's called? Bone Harvest? That's not right.
Bone Harvest is, but it's a slow trip. You draw a card at the beginning of the next turn's upkeep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Stark is saying corp something in Innistrad. That doesn't sound right.
That doesn't sound right.
Corpse. Show me all results for corpse. Nothing.
There's going to be a lot of corpse stuff, isn't
game.
there?
Freaking. There we go. Visual spoiler. I don't know. Now I have to look, though. No. It's none of these. No. It's Bone Harvest. Anyway. This is one of the problems with Twitch chat is they distract us. So.
All right. Well, speaking of Twitch,
that's
chart,
mine.
Twitch
So
chat,
yeah, hey Twitch chat, what's your
what
pick?
do you want to do? Yeah.
Oh, Stark says it's Grave Purge. Yep.
It's from Dragons of Tarkir.
Yeah, Corp something for Ministrod. Yeah, same thing, right?
That's how I remember cars.
So here is the card that Stark is talking about. That is in fact a functional reprint of Foot Bottom Feast. I picked Foot Bottom Feast, one because I don't know this card, and two, it has a better name.
Oh, never mind. There was also a version of Dark Ascension.
Oh, there was?
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Lame. All right.
All right.
Twitch chat is just still throwing Enigma Sphinx at us.
Well, Enigma Sphinx seems to be pretty solid. So.
All right. So Enigma Sphinx for 4 white, blue, black is a 5/4 artifact Sphinx with flying. When it's put into your graveyard from the battlefield, you put it into your library, third from the top, and it has Cascade. Oh, you're right. This just slots right in like a no-brainer, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. The only reason I didn't say it earlier was because I feel like I always say it when we have an opportunity to put it in a deck.
Because it's awesome. But here, it's also a Sphinx, which doesn't have anything to do with what we're doing right now, but it could. And it's odd, and it's awesome. So.
Yeah. So thank you, Twitch chat. And yes, Stark, you were right. I refuse to apologize, though, because it's funnier that way. Oh. And my name is 14, just subscribed. Hey, thanks, buddy. No, that doesn't work. You can't use your sub message to add a card to the deck. Sorry. All right, so next. That would be Brian?
Yep. So, all right. I guess if I'm going to go a little evil, I'm going to go a little evil, right?
Oh, God.
But hey, you know, it's hard to mill people out in Commander. So, we've got our Commander that's a Sphinx. We've now got Enigma Sphinx. We're drawing cards. Let's keep going along this path and say Sphinx's tutelage. Yeah, Sphinx's tutelage. For 2 and a blue, it's an enchantment. It has another ability I'll get to in a second, but at any time you can pay 5 and a blue to draw a card, then discard a card. Woo! No, but the real meat of it is what else it does. It says whenever you draw a card, target opponent puts the top 2 cards of their library into their graveyard. If they're both non-land cards that share a color, repeat this process. So you might mill for 2. You might mill for 4. In Commander, chances are it's not going to get too crazy with a lot of people playing, 2, 3, 4 color decks. But if we're drawing cards, this could start to add up. And it's thematic. And like with the Sphinxes we've got, and we're drawing cards. And it might be a way to just to focus on someone that if I'm playing with these guys and I just can't touch Chewy, I just can't. I've got damage and I've got flyers and blockers to handle the other 2, but I can't do anything about Chewy. I might be able to start milling them out just a little bit at a time. So there you go. Maybe not as evil as I thought, because again, it's not as devastating as it is in like lower in like 60 card decks. But there you go.
Nice. Twitch chat is considering like grouping up and coming up with something rather than just throwing out a bunch.
Mm-hmm.
Aw.
Like they're going to build their own deck around it.
Well, no, more just like all agreeing on one thing for when their turn comes around. Which, I mean, if that's what they want to do, that's
Absolutely.
what they want to do.
Yeah, I told them I reserve the right to veto it, so they can try to force something in all they want.
That is true. I can't see the screen. Can you? I closed the window. Okay, well. So, Mike?
While we're on the subject, one of my favorite Sphinxes of all time is Prognostic Sphinx.
Okay.
Prognostic Sphinx for 3 blue is a Sphinx, a 3/5 with flying, It has an ability: discard a card. Prognostic Sphinx gains hexproof until end of turn. Tap it. But the important thing is, whenever Prognostic Sphinx attacks, scry 3,
Yes.
which I just love.
That's a weird looking Sphinx.
Yeah. I used to have a stupid Sultai control deck in Standard, and one of my paths to victory was the Prognostic Sphinx beatdown, which could take a while, but he's hard to kill.
Huh. All right.
All right, my turn.
Sure.
Well, I had mentioned that there were something that was going to work well with centriplets, and that is head games.
Wow. Wow. Dirk, just wow.
So, for 3 and 2 black, so odd, it's a sorcery. Target opponent puts the cards from their hand on top of their library. Search the player's library for that many cards. That player puts those cards into their hand, then shuffles their library. And then when it comes around to my next turn, I'm going to look at your hand and go, hey, I've got some ideas with these cards. Let's have some fun.
I'm like, do I even know you anymore? Because I'm like, I can see Dirk targeting me with centriplets. I'm like, all right, here's what I got. He's like,
I would absolutely target you, Brian.
and I'm like, here's what I got. And he's like, well, that's not good enough. Here, let me pick your hand for you. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. And I'm like, oh wow. But I mean, it's good. I actually like it even without the centriplets because you can still get it for free and you can still kind of dictate what someone's going to be doing for a while. And again, while it might seem like the obvious thing to do is, hey, screw somebody over by just giving them lands or something, it can also be, hey, we need a way to destroy an enchantment. You know, Mike is the only one playing green. He doesn't have a naturalize yet. Well, here's 2 naturalizes and some other stuff. Go get them. So
Yeah,
there's a variety of things you can do with the head games.
it is true. I hadn't thought about that. You could, if you needed to, you could actually load somebody else's hands up with stuff to help if there was ever an opponent that if I was the person playing the unit deck would not be able to address a concern, but having the head games out, you could actually say, hey, I know you have some stuff. Let's make a deal.
So Dirk,
That adds a fun dynamic to the game. You're right.
Dirk,
Yes.
Centriplet says that player plays with their hand revealed. So
Oh, yeah,
you
that's
don't
right. So
have
I
to wait
play.
till next turn.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
You can cast head games, give them a new hand, and then start cherry picking stuff. So thank you, Dirk Protect Go, for pointing that out.
Yes. Thanks.
I wonder how many times a player has been hit with a head games and their opponent just says, never mind, you can just keep those.
God, that means your hand was already that bad.
I know.
Oh, feels bad, man.
I'm telling you, there's nothing worse than when somebody has a Jace the Mind Sculptor out. They fate seal your top card, and they're like, yeah, that's fine. And you're just like...
Yeah, that's a gut punch, isn't it?
Oh, I couldn't stand that. I was like, no.
Okay. Chewy?
All right, what was that? Head.
Head game.
Okay, I'm glad I'm not the only person that has that song in their head now. Because it's
Yeah.
been, ever since Dirk said it, I was like, head game. Go, foreigner. I thought I had something. Oh, I did. I opened a tab. Hey, look at that. So here's what I'm going to go with. Search for Azcanta.
Hey.
Yes.
Look at that.
For 1 and a blue, the legendary enchantment at the beginning of your upkeep, look at the top card of your library. You may put it into your graveyard. Then if you have 7 or more cards in your graveyard, you may transform Search for Azcanta into Azcanta, the Sunken Ruin. The legendary land that taps for blue, or for 2 blue and tap, you look at the top 4 cards of your library. Reveal a non-creature, non-land from among them and put it into your hand, and put the rest on the bottom in any order. Yay! So there you go.
Yay.
Yay.
It also works well with Foot Bottom Feast, because you could get back any creatures you throw in the graveyard. Sphinxes and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so what's Twitch chat saying?
I see multiple people saying expropriate.
Yeah, I've seen that a lot.
So
What's
expropriate. Do what?
I was gonna say, what is it? And you're on top of it, so.
Yeah, expropriate for 7 blue is a sorcery with Council's Dilemma. Starting with you, each player votes for time or money. For each time vote, take an extra turn after this one. For each money vote, choose a permanent owned by the voter and gain control of it. Exile, expropriate.
Ooh.
So yeah, there you go. Twitch chat, you guys are also monsters. But not as bad as Dirk, even remotely.
I think that's the consensus amongst the Twitch chat people.
Rakto says always choose money. I mean, unless the extra turn wins you the game, then yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mike, you alright?
Yes.
Oh.
Hello.
When you went, it was like all scratchy and robot-y. It was kind of scary.
Yeah, I just sometimes that happens when a bunch of images load on my screen at once.
Oh, okay. So, that is Twitch chat's pick because they're monsters. What do you think? One more round and then we'll pick another card.
Let's do one more round if we're gonna do another story circle. So for my last pick, I choose Augury Adept. For 1 and 2 white-blue hybrids. So total convert mana cost to 3. It is a Kithkin Wizard. It's a 2/2. And whenever it deals combat damage to a player, reveal the top card of your library and put that card into your hand. You gain life equal to its converted mana cost.
That seems good.
It's in our colors. It's an odd cost. It's a 2/2, and at some point it would be nice to have other things that can attack. We've got some Sphinxes. That's all well and good, but, don't want to just have neat effects. We also want to, bring the pain. And it plays off of manipulating the top of our deck, and it gains us life, and it draws us the card, as long as it connects. So, yeah, I don't really know what else you'd want a card to do in this deck.
Yeah, seems good.
That's Mike.
Sorry, this is all just screwed up. Had something going on. Okay, so,
What?
hello.
Hey.
Hello, you're there.
Okay, sorry, I don't know what's going on here.
See,
Science.
one person in chat you're talking to. Not how I feel. I'm trying to find cards and man the screen and keep us on task and keep an eye on chat.
I know. I mean, I usually just sit here with a dumb look on my face listening to you guys. I can't handle all this stuff at once. I've lost my aptitude for things like that. I'm out of practice.
I think your dumb face is still cute, Mike.
Okay, thank you. But I wanted to, even though it's an even cost card, I'll take Brian's lead here. The ability is just that good. I'll add Scroll Rack.
Oh my god.
Yeah. For 2 mana, it's an artifact. Pay 1 tap, exile any number of cards from your hand face down. Put that many cards from the top of your library into your hand. Then look at the exiled cards and put them on top of your library in any order.
That's neat.
Yeah.
Actually works really well with Already forgot her name. Yennet.
Our commander and Lord and Savior.
No, Yennet.
Okay.
For mine,
Oh God.
going away from the centriplets, I picked one that gives us another potential, since there might be a creature on the board that will have problems controlling and everything, and decided to go with I'm going to try and pronounce this properly. Mariki Re Barrett.
Finally,
Barrett.
finally, justification and revenge.
You mean Mariki de Bruit, as Mike used to say?
Yeah,
I mean,
that one.
Brian used to say. I don't even know who you people are anymore.
Dirk, I've been mispronouncing her name for years.
Well, I'm joining the crowd. I'm in good company.
Yes, you are.
So
We have a club. You owe us
the
dues.
mispronouncing of that card club. So that card costs white, blue, black. So can again be thrown into the battlefield. It's a legendary creature, human, 1/1. That card doesn't untap during your untap step. When you tap it, gain control of target creature for as long as you control that card. The Mariki Ribruit. How do you pronounce it?
Mariki Ribarrett?
Mariki Ribarrett?
Yeah.
Okay,
I've given
that
up
one.
a long
When
time
Mariki
ago.
Ribarrett leaves the battlefield or becomes untapped, destroy that creature. It cannot be regenerated. So if someone throws down a Darksteel Colossus or something of that sort, then something that you just have problems with, and you can be like, well, I'll take control of it. And then they can just hang their head low, then cry a little bit.
Chat went from you could call her M to MRB to Mr. B. So she is now Mr. B. All right. I have an idea, but I can't remember the name of the card. So,
Okay.
hey, dorks.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
What is that card that gives skill haste?
Oh, I can see it. The
big,
elixir.
that big jug.
Yeah. It's an
1,000
elixir.
year. That's not right.
1,000-year elixir.
Is that it?
Pretty sure.
Yep, that's the one.
Okay.
Because if you throw out a creature that you get with Yennet, it can't attack because it's too late because she's already attacking, which means you can't declare more attackers. But if you get like a Mariki de Bruit, then you can snatch something because 1,000-year elixir.
Yeah.
So you may activate abilities of creatures you control as though those creatures had haste. And for 1 and tap, you untap target creature, and it costs 3.
Makes me think that something, while this isn't a pick for me or anything, but makes me think that something like Arcanus the Omnipotent would also go really well in this deck. Even if it does cost 6, which is even. It does cost 6, right?
Well, there are on my list the cards I did not say.
Wait. We should give Twitch chat their pick before you influence them.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
So 3 people have said that Unesh is chat's pick because for some reason, because Nerd Soda mentioned Sphinx Tribal, everyone jumped on it. Mm-hmm. So Unesh Cryosphinx Sovereign for 4 blue. It's not odd. You guys fail. Is a 4/4 flying legendary Sphinx. Sphinx spells. Oh god, Sphinx spells. That's hard to say. You cast cost 2 less. And whenever Unesh or another Sphinx enters the battlefield under your control, reveal the top 4 cards of your library. An opponent separates those cards into 2 piles. Put 1 pile in your hand and the other in your graveyard.
I do like the fact that it's not just, it's not just making Sphinxes bigger or stronger or anything. It definitely still plays into the theme of the deck with looking at the top cards of the deck. So
Seems neat.
Yeah. Good job, guys.
Wait, I did not add a single Sphinx. I added a Chimera.
So should we hear what Dirk's other cards were?
Ooh, Nash. Yeah, hang on.
Before
Let me
we
write
move
this
on to
down.
the-
This is I have to like think to write this down because every word in here. Look, sovereign. There we go. All of these words are not words that I could just type without looking like at my hand and at the word and saying it out loud. Okay, we're good. So Dirk, what are the other nonsense you came up with?
Well, I can help you speed it on because I actually wrote down a bunch of sphinxes before they said Sphinx Tribal.
Oh my god.
So mine included Magister Sphinx, Alhameret, High Arbiter, Chancellor of the Spires, Guardian of Tazim, and Sphinx Summoner are all odd. And they're all ones that when they come in, they don't do something like look for copies of this card, because that was another one. Doomsday Spectre was one I looked at where you could go and find a copy of something and someone's. There were a whole bunch of those that were odd, but and fell into the color pie. But they said go and find different copies of this card and remove them from or exile them or put them in the graveyard or things like that. And if you're in a commander game, finding copies of something in somebody's library is a waste of time and a waste of a card. So these were ones that I felt like when you play them, they will help you in some way. So that was the ones that I picked that were quite powerful and within the color pie. So that Yannette would just straight cast them right onto the battlefield.
Fair enough. All right. Anybody else have any other things? I obviously don't, so.
Nope.
Twitch chat is throwing out things like Windreader Sphinx, Panharmonicon, Sphinx of Uthun. All right.
That cost 7, right? So yeah.
Yeah.
You ever Uthund with a Nunesh out? JT, this is a family show. All right. Let's get this.
Sorry, I was distracted by the Twitch chat earlier. It was mostly because I was trying to do something and it wouldn't work, so I was getting like flustered and confused and everything.
What are you trying to do?
Well, I was just trying to talk to someone real quick because Kristen and Anthony that we haven't seen in forever popped up in the chat.
I saw
to say,
that.
hey. Yeah, and I said hey back, and then they like whispered another response, and I tried to whisper back, but it's like whispering is disabled in pop out chat, and I'm like, what? So.
Oh yeah, you have to open up Twitch proper.
Yeah, so I did that, but then by trying to whisper back, that wouldn't even work, and I can't even see if they're still in the chat because the thing won't scroll down far enough for me to see the end of the list, and it's just frustrating.
Well, apparently they are still in the Twitch chat, but
Okay.
I don't actually know if that's accurate or not. So, hey, Twitch chat, we have a surprise for you.
It's your birthday.
It is your birthday.
Is it really? Wow.
No. Although tomorrow's Megan's birthday, but Megan's not in the Twitch chat because she has better things to do. So, the surprise is we have picked 3 more commanders from 2018, and we are going to give them to you guys to pick one. Yeah. So, your options are Brutaclad, Telcor Engineer. The one who says, creature tokens you control have haste. At the beginning of combat on your turn, create a 2/1 blue mirror. And you may choose a token you control. If you do, each other token you control becomes a copy of that token. Okay? Yeah, I'm going to make a straw poll, but I'm going to give you guys the option. Hey, and they're following now. Thank you, Kristen and Anthony, for the follow. Welcome to the pool. Feel free to come hang out anytime. I play video games all the time. Second choice, Tonos, Urza's Apprentice. The one that is a 1/3 with haste, and for a blue or red and tap, copy target activated or triggered ability you control from an artifact source. You may choose new targets for the copy. And final choice, Yuriko, the Tiger Shadow, the one with Commander Ninjutsu. And whenever a ninja you control deals combat damage to a player, reveal the top card of your library, put that card into your hand, and each opponent loses life equal to its converted mana cost. So, that said, let's go to Straw Poll. Straw Pool. And make a straw poll. Type your question here. Which one do we story circle? Question mark. Pull up. Who did I say? Broodclad Tanos Yuriko. Create poll.
Hello again and welcome to the straw poll.
Hello again and welcome to the straw pool. There's the stroy poll. This destroyed rectangle. Everyone go there. It's in the Twitch chat and vote.
The strawy circle.
And in the meantime, we will talk about something. Hey, what do you guys want to talk about?
Olive oil.
Do you though?
I will say that on a non-magic related note, while we're waiting for a second, I did finally get around to renting Ready Player One, and watched it with Carrie. And usually when I'm watching a movie that she really didn't have any interest in initially, she's doing work or something else, and she stopped what she was doing like 5 minutes into the movie and was watching the whole thing. And when it was over, she was like, "That was pretty neat," and I was kind of surprised because. Not that she doesn't like good things. I just didn't know if it was really her thing. But she was impressed, and I liked it too. I thought it was really neat. I've never read the book, so I'm not going to do the whole the book's better, the movie's better, whatever. But I really had a lot of fun with it. I thought it was pretty well done, and
wait, what were we talking about?
Ready Player One.
Somehow I missed the actual topic, and I heard everything else. It was very strange.
Ready Player One. Thought it was pretty cool. Gary agreed.
Nice. Okay, then. Let's see what the straw poll says. Apparently 5 people have voted. Twitch chat, there are way more of you in there. Go vote. The hell's wrong with you?
This is America, Joey. People don't vote.
If you
Clearly.
don't vote, then
you are not responsible.
then it's your
Then you don't get to complain.
yeah. And everybody loves to complain.
Yeah, we were just talking about that before the show.
We were. I lost it. View results. It still says only 5 people have voted, and I see like 5 people in the chat that said, yeah, I voted for this one. Anybody else want to jump in on it? Because
I mean,
anybody?
need to keep moving.
Time's a wasting. I mean, we could talk about something else.
I'm now going to sing Freebird, and you better be done by the time I'm done.
That is no. No. I will kick you off the call.
I actually don't know all the words.
Oh man, so I had to go to Charlotte for a dealer trade today,
Uh-huh.
and I was standing waiting for the people to show up, and I heard music playing, and I'm sitting there bobbing along, but it was like an instrumental, and it was very trippy, and I couldn't place it, and I'm like, wait. Oh my god, that's Magic Carpet Ride! And it made me very happy.
Oh, cool.
And then I realized how strange the world is for Magic Carpet Ride to be playing at a car dealership.
Can you even rent those there?
It's like the first time I heard like Matchbox 20 on like a soft rock station. I was like, something here is wrong, but I don't know what it is. So I keep refreshing the results, and it's still only showing me that 5 people voted, even though 2 different people have said that they voted for voted for Yuriko, and Yuriko's only showing 1 vote. Did straw poll break? Is that what happened? Hang on, let me close this and actually open it from the link. Bam. View results. It's only getting 5 votes. The hell?
Yeah, I just
Oh.
did a vote of my own, hopefully not influencing the result, but it's still saying 5 votes even after I put mine in.
Now I hit refresh, I see 7. I wonder if there's some sort of stupid delay.
Maybe.
The answer choices decided they had to go take a walk around the planet.
I mean, we do have people listening from all over the place, but I think it's fairly late, so anybody on the other side of the planet is probably not listening.
Or they'd be on their way to work right now. If it's at the time it is for us right now, that means that they actually should be in the middle of traffic.
Oh, now we have 8. Hey, look at that. All right, well. Okay, Jars. Yeah, Jars is on the other side of the world. That's true. Hey, buddy. There's the link again. What is up, JD Marchant? You jerk. Sorry.
I see 10 total.
I may actually know that person. Oh, we got 10 now. Refresh. Yeah, it's still the same, though. All right. Let's see, what else? Oh, man, I got a golden Whiz-Bang the Wonderful.
What's Whiz-Bang the Wonderful do? I don't know all these cards yet.
That's the one that says you start the game with one of Whiz-Bang's wonderful decks. Which is its deck recipes.
Deck?
Yeah, you start with one of the deck recipe decks, completely built at random.
Huh.
Which means if you have a golden one, yeah, you start with a golden deck. And a golden hero.
Cool.
But there's no way of knowing if your opponent is playing Whiz-Bang the Wonderful. There's not like an animation like there is for the even or odd things.
Oh, so you won't... they're not necessarily clued in. Okay.
Yeah.
I played against a Mecha Jiraxis earlier. How do you... Is that randomly distributed as well? Or how do you...
That was for the big bundle pre-order.
Yeah.
Oh,
The buy a box promo.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
the buy a box promo, yeah.
I was like, hey, look, another Warlock hero, but... Okay.
Yup. So, let's get to it. Now we have 11. Oh, God, now we have 11. And there's a tie. So, tell you what, since I think Mike and I both voted, hey, Brian and Dirk, you guys go vote too, because Twitch chat is failing us.
I was supposed to vote, but
Well,
okay.
we weren't, but...
Oh, okay. Then don't subtract 1 from the one I told you to subtract.
Yeah,
from.
I'm not, because I voted for 1 too. I was like, oh, let me just click on 1 and see what happens. Oh. Oh, wait, tell me when you voted.
I voted now.
Refresh. Oh, look at that.
There's 13.
All right, now there's still a tie.
Darn it, Dirk, you voted for the wrong one.
No, I voted for the right one. You voted for the wrong one.
No,
Unless
that's
we
not how
both
that
voted for the
works.
same one.
The sickest
I'm pretty
of
sure
burns.
I'm pretty sure that if we both vote for the same one, that person would now be ahead by 2 and not
tied. Yeah. Hey, one more person. Go vote. Quick. I don't care who you are. One of you. Oh, yeah, sorry. We sidetracked onto Hearthstone for a second. Our bad. Yeah, that
Someone
was...
did vote, and guess what?
They voted
was
for the
totally-
third place
They
person.
voted
Oh,
for
for
the third
God's
place
sake.
one.
Okay, new poll. Create poll. Pick one for story circle. Brudiclad. It's not Brudicold. And Eurico. Create poll. Copy. Paste.
You're gonna add the two results together.
Nope.
Are we supposed to
No, we
vote
have to
or
do-
just chat?
Just chat this time. Surely
Just the chat.
they won't fail us this time. So sorry to
Okay.
inconvenience you people that are listening at home, but this is what happens when you try to involve Twitch chat.
4, 6.
It reminds me of the phenomenon of chat lethal, where people in Twitch chat was, yeah, you had lethal if you did this and this and this and this and this, not realizing that all that takes 12 mana and it's turn 8. That's a Hearthstone thing. All right, now we have 6 votes, 9 votes. Oh God! All right, I think this one, I think Yuriko's gonna win this one
Mm-hmm.
by like a lot. All right, fine. I was hoping for Brutaclad myself, but that's okay. That's why we left it up to Twitch chat.
Got a total of 11, 7 to 4.
And then I closed freaking Yuriko.
'Cause
Okay.
Last time we got up to 14 votes, and that's with the 4 of us voting. Did she
Same.
vote?
I did not.
Okay, so then we're up to as many as we had before
Good.
without subtracting myself and Dirk and Mike. So
All right, so new image. It'll be called Yuriko. And it'll be the picture of Yuriko. Bam! Why is that so tiny? Get bigger, come over here. Okay. So boom, there we go. This is our new commander for this one. Yuriko the Tiger Shadow. Remember again, no, we're going to start with the caveat, all the ninjas are already in the deck. One of
All
each
the
ninja.
ninjas.
So don't be throwing out names of ninjas. We're good. We've already got one of each ninja in the deck. That way we don't spend 3 rounds going to ninjas.
Ninja. Go
And maybe
ninja,
not
go
all the
ninja,
ninjas,
go.
but we're starting with all the ninjas
Right.
just in case. And later, if you don't like one, just take it out. It's fine. So, I guess that is Brian again.
Sure, I'll start. So I want to make sure I understand what she does. So she's ninja. Whenever a ninja you control deals combat damage to a player, reveal the top card of your library and put that card into your hand. Each opponent loses life equal to that card's convert mana cost. Excellent. So, Deep Sea Kraken. Deep Sea Kraken costs 7 and 3 blue. It is a 6/6 that can't be blocked. So, hey, look at that. It fits perfectly into the ninja theme because it can't be blocked. You throw it out, then you ninja to something. It has a humongous convert mana cost. And it has suspend 9 for 2 and a blue. Basically, rather than cast this card from your hand, you may pay 2 and a blue and exile it with 9 time counters on it at the beginning of your upkeep. Remove a time counter. When the last is removed, cast it without paying its mana cost at its haste. Whenever an opponent casts a spell, creature, non-creature, whatever, if Deep Sea Kraken is suspended, remove a time counter from it. Big creature, unblockable, humongous converted mana cost for Yuriko's effect that you're almost never going to actually be casting it for. And in Commander, you're going to suspend it and say go, and it's probably going to have at least 3 or 4 counters removed from it before your turn comes around again. Yeah, I feel pretty good about this one.
Yeah, it's probably okay. It's probably all right. Damn. All right, who's next?
Gatherer isn't paying attention anymore. Okay, I found it. I was finally able to remember the name.
Wake up.
So if we're messing around with a lot of ninjas, let's pull in Vila the Nightclad to help us.
Okay.
So Vila for 4, a blue and a black, a 4/4 legendary human wizard with Intimidate, So that's kind of like the alternative they tried for fear. So intimidate means the creature can't be blocked except by artifact creatures or creatures that share a color with it. So in this case, blue or black. Other creatures you control have intimidate, and whenever Veil of the Nightclad or another creature you control leaves the battlefield, each opponent loses 1 life.
Ooh. I like this. This may or may not be sick. Sick.
Nice.
Oh, there we go. I was like, everybody got quiet? Everybody okay? Hello? Hello?
I'm still going through and putting together my list, but the first card on my list is going to be Baron Spite.
The hell is that?
So for 2, a blue and a black, it's a rare sorcery. Choose 2 target creatures controlled by the same player. Their controller chooses and sacrifices one of them. Return the other to its owner's hand.
What's it called again?
Baron's Spite. BARRIN''S.
Oh. I'm thinking Baron like BARREN. I'm like, I don't see this word as anywhere. Okay. So
Just as a way of saying, those 2 creatures, to get to help with the ninjutsu and everything, to sort of get stuff out of the way.
Fair enough. It's because it's blue black and he liked it. That's why.
That's right.
Well,
the thing is, the ninjutsu sort of has a very specific thing, and so it's like
that's true. You do have to have unblocked critters. Okay.
Chewy.
Hang on, I'm trying to do 15. Baron's Spite. There we go. Trying to do 15 things here. Dude, I don't know. Oh, wait. What about we need stuff that's expensive in the deck, but stuff that's useful.
Mm-hmm.
And we're in blue-black.
Right.
So, give me... wait. Give me something with Delve. No. Bingo! Dead Drop.
I love Dead Drop.
Dead Drop.
Dead Drop is awesome.
Dead Drop for 9 and a black! Is a sorcery with Delve that says target player sacrifices 2 creatures. Delve, remember, each card you exile from your graveyard while casting this spell pays for 1 mana.
Ooh. Yeah.
So by all means, let's punch somebody with a ninja and flip up a Dead Drop and make everybody swear and make Mike die. Because let's be real, if one of us is below 10,
it's going to be Mike.
it's probably Mike.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, Twitch chat.
What you got?
Should we go? Oh. And the reason I picked Dead Drop is because it sacrifices 2 creatures, so it gets them out of the way. So now we can hit things. All right, so chat is picking the conspiracy cards. That makes sense.
Yeah.
So,
Dang it, chat! You stole my pick. Jerks.
so here's one.
That just tells you that
You're all on the same page.
Conspiracy, which, as it enters the battlefield, choose a creature type. Creatures you control are the chosen type. The same is true for creature spells you control and creature cards you own that aren't on the battlefield.
Mm-hmm.
So there's also
pirate tribal.
Arcane Adaptation. So
Yes.
Conspiracy costs
And-
3 black. Arcane Adaptation costs 2 and a blue. Wow. That's a big
And-
difference. And Xenograph.
Yeah. And Xenograph costs 5 and only affects the battlefield.
Choose a creature type. Each creature you control is the chosen type in addition to its other types. So wait, what's
Well,
up
it's good
with
to have-
arcane adaptation? Creatures you control, the same is true. I guess it's just because of tribes, and the sets they were printed in. Because
Yeah.
Mhm.
that's literally the same card as Conspiracy that costs 2 less, and then the other one is less of a card than Conspiracy and costs the same.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, conspiracy also wipes their natural types.
Oh. In addition to their other types. And we go Xenographed. In addition to its
Xenographed
other
is-
types. Conspiracy. Not in addition to its other types. Oh. Okay.
I think arcane adaptation is the point where they found, okay, this is actually where the cost of this effect is supposed to be.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
I did not hear that, Mike. I was busy losing parts of my brain. What was that?
I was saying I think arcane adaptation is where they finally said, this is where the mana cost of this effect is supposed to be.
That wouldn't surprise me. Okay then, so Al, and also next.
All right, so that's back to me. And I'm trying to look something up, so I apologize. I think I put the wrong term here into gather.
Look at you with the wrong term.
I know, right? It's shameful, dreadful, awful. What am I even doing?
The worst. Hey, you know what's great? I think I have another one already, unless freaking Dirk steals it.
That's what I do.
Jerk?
Okay, this is actually what I was looking for, and I think I'm gonna say this, and I'm kind of introducing a category of cards here, but I think this is probably a good
Oh
idea.
god.
So, I'm gonna say Spellweaver Eternal. For 1 and a blue, it is a 2/1 zombie Naga wizard. It has prowess, so it's not necessarily safe for them to block. You want to be attacking with this, and the whole point is to then give you ninjutsu, abilities, attack and get non-blocked guys. And prowess says, hey, if you block this, you might end up losing whatever you're blocking because prowess triggers. And it has afflict of 2. Whenever this creature becomes blocked, defending player loses 2 life. And so I was looking at the afflict creatures, and I think I like this one because it's cheap, it's got prowess, and I feel like it's generally effective. It's not very costly, but we don't want everything in the deck to cost like 9. There are other afflict creatures, but I think that this is probably one of the more economical. And we want something cheap to throw down, and hopefully they're like, well, I don't want to take 2. I'll just, let it through. I don't want to take 2 and possibly lose a blogger, so I'll just let it through. And you're like, ha, it's a ninja. So, surprise. So there you go.
Seems good. Plus, it's an eternal Naga, which is one of the most terrifying things in existence.
Right.
All right then. Next.
Let's see. So, I started thinking about other stuff that might have, leaves the battlefield triggers
Ooh.
to
Yeah.
use with this stuff. And I thought about Evoke. And this one seems pretty funny. I mean, you have to find a way to make sure it doesn't get blocked, so you could use a ninja on it. But Nevermaker costs 3 and a blue for a 2/3 elemental with flying. When it leaves the battlefield, put target non-land permanent on top of its owner's library. And its evoke cost is also 3 and a blue.
Huh.
So you play it out. It's got flying, so it's probably not going to get blocked. You
Yes.
attack with it. You switch it with a ninja, and you get to top something. I don't know what the slang term for that is. You know, put it on top of
Yeah.
its owner's library.
Time ebb isn't very snappy, so
Got to make a term for that. Chat, come up with a term for that.
Oh God, do not. No.
yeah, you
They're
could have to
having
do it to someone
problems coming
else's,
up with a
or
card.
you could set up the Yuriko trigger
Also true.
if you have a permanent that costs a lot. And now I'm distracted because I'm pretty sure I just heard a cricket in my apartment.
That might have been
Coming
me.
for you.
Oh, that might have been you.
I mean, I might be the cricket in your apartment.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Right. Mike, I'm gonna need a clarification on this card.
Uh-oh.
Okay. I need you to tell me if this works.
Okay.
Grimgrin, Corpseborn.
War.
So for 3, a blue and a black, legendary creature, zombie warrior, 5/5. Grimgrin, Corpseborn enters the battlefield tapped and doesn't untap during its untap step. That's not what I'm talking about.
Good.
Sacrifice another creature. Untap Grimgrin and put a +1/+1 counter on it. That's not what I'm asking about. This is the part I'm asking about. Whenever Grimgrin attacks, destroy target creature defending player controls, then put a +1/+1 counter on Grimgrin. When you ninjutsu him in, does that bottom ability come into play?
Yes, it does. Because first you have to attack, so you get that ability. And then ninjutsu is something you do after blockers have been declared. So in the next step. So after you attack and if he doesn't get blocked, then you can use a ninja to jump him back to your hand. So yes, he's already attacked. He's already killed.
I'm asking.
Okay, Dirk is asking about Dirk, your ninjutsu doesn't let you throw out a different creature.
Oh, it lets you throw the creature in. Okay.
I think I saw where he was coming with. He was thinking about throwing.
Okay, I was thinking reverse ninjutsu. Okay, but yeah, he can. Whenever he attacks, that ability would be.
Now I understand Dirk's original question.
He can attack, blow something up, and then be unblocked, and then a ninja can jump in his place. He can take his mask off and be like, "Haha, I wasn't Grimgrin this whole time." But yeah, he's not gonna ninja in because he doesn't. He doesn't have ninjutsu.
I was trying to remember how ninjutsu works. It's been a while.
But the ninja doesn't say, "Poof, I'm an ornithopter." The ornithopter says, "Poof, I'm a ninja."
Okay.
It was Old Man Jenkins all along.
He'd have gotten away with it.
With Grimgrin in all this because he'll barrel through and he'll clear a path for you, but
he'd have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for you meddling dorks.
That's right.
So that's gross. All right then. My choice. I already forgot. Hang on. It's another big expensive thing, but I really like it because it's funny and it sets up your attack next turn. Boom! Breaching Leviathan. For 7 blue, it's a 9/9 Leviathan. When it enters the battlefield, if you cast it from your hand, that's important. Tap all non-blue creatures. Those creatures don't untap during their controller's next untap steps. So, tap all the stuff over there. Your ninjas can run in and do things. And then next turn, your ninjas can run in and do things. Because they're still untapped. And you have a 9/9, so, screw them, that's why.
Cool.
Plus, it costs 9, so there's that. Yay.
So chat?
Yeah, so chat, did you guys manage to come up with a thing? Oh, and Nerd Soda goes, and you ninjutsu the Leviathan back to your hand and do it again. All right. Chat was unsuccessful in coming together. So Yeah, we've got 5 different ideas. So, hey guys, which one do you like best?
Well, let's see. We got Demir Infiltrator, Thalico Seer, Erratic Portal, Nether Trader, and Patriarch's Bidding, and Crystal Shard. So, wow, we've got a lot of different things going on here. And Island! Oh, snap. Hmm.
We're not putting islands in this deck. What is wrong with you?
That's
Oh wait, no,
true.
clues
All
isn't
non-basic.
here. No, it's fine. What? Which repeating things doesn't mean we're not gonna see that you're the same person that said it in the first place. All right, it looks like multiple people said Thalico Seer. So
Sure.
It's a good choice.
yeah. So Thalico Seer for blue is a Thalicos wizard. What?
That is weird art. What is this from?
Tempest.
Tempest.
Oh, okay.
So, there's your problem. So, Thalico Seer, a 1/1 Thalicos wizard with shadow. This creature can block or be blocked only by creatures with shadow. Because Tempest was really stupid. And the kicker here is when... It's not a kicker because that's an actual word that means something. The extra bit here is when Thalico Seer leaves the battlefield, draw a card. So, you ninja something out. Wait, when does if you ninja something out and you have Yuriko out, do you order these in a certain order? Oh no, Thalico Seer will hit first because that's when it leaves the battlefield.
Right.
What?
Not
Because
hit.
Yuriko says deals combat damage.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you'll draw
so
the
Thalico
card
Seer
off.
will draw you a card, and then the ninja will punch the thing, and then you'll
Yes.
flip
Yes.
up whatever. Okay.
Yes. Okay, that seems pretty cool.
Sure. Twitch chat, you bunch of weirdos. Thalicos Seer. Because, yeah, 1/1 creatures are totally going to live in Commander for a full turn, right?
It's possible. You play it early enough. And again, are they really using their removal on that?
And if they do, you draw a card.
You suck. Quick, must use my swords to plowshares to deny them card advantage. What?
Sick.
All right. So, I've thought a lot about this last card, and there's at least one or two that I think would be great, and I'll mention them later. But ultimately, I'm actually going to go with a utility spell, and it's an oldie but goodie that actually hasn't seen play in some time, probably because it may actually be too efficient for what it does. You know it, you love it. Evacuation.
Oldie but goldie.
Whoop, whoop.
Well, just because again, it seems kind of obvious to say it has not seen print since it's not been printed in standard since 9th edition. Yeah, since 9th edition for 3 and 2 blue as an instant. Return all creatures to their owner's hand.
Oh, yeah, I was supposed to show that to chat. Evac.
It was in 10th edition. But still, that's only
Oh, that's right.
That was a long
That's
time
not
ago,
very-
though.
not very far removed from 9th edition.
Right. And I just wonder if for 5 mana, just the ability to bounce everything seems pretty good. It also, not only does it set your opponents back, in theory, if you're using it correctly, but it's instant speed, so you're definitely going to use it at the right time. And if we don't have the right ninja out or the right other ways to bounce our own creature, you don't want your ninjas getting stuck on the battlefield, because that can happen. So this pulls them back as well. So there you go. Evacuation.
Where was the art that I remember? Ah, 8th edition and 9th edition. That's the art I remember.
Get in the balloon.
Which, oh, that's the Tempest art. I mean, not Tempest, Stronghold art. Cool. Well, then what's this? What is this? Oh, it's Commander 2016. Okay, I'm just looking at printings going, what?
Mm-hmm.
Did you say get in the balloon?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a
Seventh edition. Come on, man. 7th edition.
Oh, but Sarah, this is so bad. Look at it.
Get in the balloon. I don't think all the creatures can fit in there.
You got-
One guy's like,
Worth
"Can I bring
seeing.
my Baloth?" And they're like, "Do you think we can fit a Baloth in here?"
It's a big balloon.
I don't know. The flavor text says he can fit everyone in there.
Yeah.
Would you believe a guy in a balloon, though? You know who
Does it
else
have
was in a
Oz
balloon?
on
The
the side?
Wizard of freaking Oz.
There we go. James Franco, that was actually okay in that movie. He's underappreciated as an actor. The movie itself was not great. Next.
I never saw it because I assumed it was not great.
You were not wrong. It's not as bad as some people make it out to be, but it's not
It's not awesome.
great.
Yeah. So Brian's pick reminded me of something else. Sunken Hope.
I thought about Sunken Hope for a while.
Yeah. For 3 blue, it's an enchantment. At the beginning of each player's upkeep, that player returns a creature they control to its owner's hand.
Nice, short,
So
simple.
for you, this is a good thing. For your opponents, well, for some of your opponents, it'll be a good thing. For some of them, it'll just be annoying.
Yeah. But like that one guy that's running, singularly expensive, possibly reanimator things. He's just pulled back his Shieldred or whatever. Well, congratulations. It's going back to his hand. He's got to keep replaying it or do something else. So, yeah, I like it. I was looking at it for a while. That was one of the other ones that was my alternate.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Let me check something real quick. Okay. Let me go find my card.
Do you though? Yes, actually.
What
you-
did I find my card?
What? No.
What?
Oh,
What?
I thought Chewy was saying
Huh.
something about.
No.
No, I was just tormenting you.
Oh, okay.
Just finish up first.
So I thought that it would be fun to like with this, we're dealing damage and doing a little bit of bouncing around and everything.
We are.
Because of that, I thought we could add Consuming Aberration.
Assuming
So for 3 blue-black, it's a horror with that star. Consuming Aberration's power and toughness are each equal to the number of cards in your opponent's graveyards. Whenever you cast a spell, each opponent reveals cards from the top of their library until they reveal a land card, then puts those cards into their graveyard. So you have a creature that is either gonna, clear the way, and he's gonna be making them get rid of
Excuse
stuff. Unfortunately, ninjutsu is not a casting ability, so
Mhm.
of course that would be pretty awesome.
You can get a
But-
hand pretty quickly.
But one of the benefits of an enormous scary creature is that it kind of has to be blocked. So maybe something else doesn't get blocked.
Mhm.
All right. Okay, fine. I'll let your 32 through. Are you going to ninjutsu it?
me.
No.
No.
Oh. Are you sure? I mean, you can.
Good lord.
Chewy?
So I was looking for something that granted unblockability.
Like
Is there some sort of artifact that says things can't be blocked?
The cloak.
I think he's looking for something just like an enchantment to give it to all your creatures, right? So you don't do them one at
Oh.
a time.
Or
There's
an
the
equipment?
There's the mentor.
There's
So
the
there's
mentor.
equipment. Yeah, Dirk mentioned the Whisper Silk Cloak. There might be
Whisper
something
Silk
else.
Cloak. What does that say? It says
It's
can't be
unblocked.
blocked.
Blocked and has shroud.
I did a search for can't be Oh, it didn't look for colorless. Oh, okay, that's my bad. Is colorless an
I'll get you.
option? More color option.
It is.
Aha! Search. I was like, I know there's something obvious that I'm freaking missing here, but I can't find it. Sort by color, descending. Hey, look, artifacts.
Also
Yeah.
got the like the fake wall thing from the latest core set. You know, the it's a wall, but it's not wall.
Oh, the
The
bookcase.
suspicious
Yeah,
bookcase?
Yeah. Right? Doesn't
That's-
that?
That's probably better.
Because you don't have to
Well-
attach it, right? So
No, the cloak costs 2 to equip. The bookcase costs 3 to use.
yeah, but you can. Yeah.
And it's not like you actually have a wall because you tapped it to...
Mhm.
Okay, well, tell you what. Here, I'll pull a Dirk and say... we'll put in a few things to make things unblock... Oh, crap. I didn't write... Mike, what was your last one?
My last one was oh crap, it was Sunken Hope.
Oh, there we go. So I will say, just a couple of things that make things unblockable. Like, Rogue's Passage is a good one because it is harder to deal with. And Suspicious Bookcase and Whisper Silk Cloak. Just a few things that make things unblockable. How's that?
Sounds good.
Just in case something goes horribly wrong. Yeah. So Whisper Silk Cloak Suspicious. I can't spell that word either. Bookcase. What was the other one? Rogue's Passage. Yay. Alright. So I was keeping an eye on chat, and it looks like they have mostly decided to go with Erratic Portal.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a good choice.
Derptech, literally, I think only you said that. So, yeah. Erratic Portal is a 4-mana artifact that says pay 1 and tap, return target creature to its owner's hand, unless its controller pays 1. There's also what was the other one? There's a thing that's like this. The
Crystal
chat-
Shard.
Crystal Shard, yeah.
Yeah,
we'll-
which Chad also brought up.
Yeah, we'll throw that in there too. Crystal Shard. There we go. For 3 mana, cost 3 and tap or a blue and tap, return target creature to its owner's hand unless its controller pays 1. So, yeah, that sounds good. So that was Erratic Portal and Crystal Shard. Yay! So how many rounds did we do the last one? 4? All right, let's do one more.
Oh, we're doing one more. Oh, shoot. Okay, well, then I'll use one of my backups. I really could have sworn that was the last one. Very well. Backup, activate. Avatar of Whoa.
Whoa.
The Avatar of Joey Lawrence.
I even closed it because I thought we were done. But Avatar of Woe for 6 and 2 black. And if you don't know what this does, I don't know what to tell you. But let's just go through it anyway. For 6 and 2 black, it's an Avatar. It's a 6/5 with fear. If there are 10 or more creature cards total in all graveyards, this spell costs 6 generic mana less to cast. And it has tap, destroy target creature, it can't be regenerated. And so why is it good here? Well, first of all, Avatar of Woe was good in most multiplayer decks where you have black and you want to destroy creature. Also, the fact that it actually has that high converted mana cost is an upside in this deck because, triggering with our general. So, yeah, it's not maybe the most original. That's why it was going to be a backup. But you know what? I've seriously miscalculated the number of turns. So, Avatar of Woe. There's a community rating of 5 out of 5.
With 0 votes.
0. Wait, how does that happen?
In the Commander Anthology printing, anyway.
Yeah, the rating system and comment system broke years and years ago, and they're still like, I want to use air quotes around this word, implemented in Gatherer, but they have, like I said, they broke years and years and years ago.
So instead of implemented, they're still there.
Yeah, they're still visible.
Click here to view ratings and comments. Oh, there are no comments yet. No. How about this one? Click here to view ratings and comments. Oh, there are still comments there. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, but there haven't been new ones in ages.
Nice.
For any of the cards added since then.
Gotta love it when stuff is always just broken. All right, Mike, what you got?
All right. Let's see. I'll throw in another one that's hard to block and messes with blockers. Dungeon Geists.
Ooh.
Nice.
For 2 blue. It's a 3/3 spirit with flying. When Dungeon Geist enters the battlefield, tap target creature and opponent controls. That creature doesn't untap during its controller's untap step for as long as you control Dungeon Geists.
Nice.
Dirk?
Let me go find H. The one I've got is Haven Goal Lich.
Mm.
So for 3 blue-black, it is a zombie wizard that's a 4/4, and for 1, you may cast target creature's card in a graveyard this turn. When you cast this card this turn, Haven Goal Lich gains all activated abilities of that card until end of turn.
Huh. Neat.
And it doesn't say it goes away, so you can take cards from your graveyard or someone else's graveyard.
Give me that.
And so, yeah. Hey, you remember all those things that died because of, my consuming aberration or whatever else we threw at you? Yeah, they're on my side now.
All right, then. Well, my pick, because I wanted more expensive cards that are really stupid, is Clone Legion.
Nice.
Clone Legion for 7 blue is a sorcery that says, for each creature target player controls, create a token that's a copy of that creature. So, I like all of your creatures. I think I'll have some too. Yup.
Anything you can do, I can do better.
Or at least just as well. Yeah. So, alright, Twitch chat. What else you guys got? I've seen a lot of... we'll tell you what. We'll just throw out all the stuff Twitch chat is saying that's not stupid. So, we've got... here's one that was thrown around a lot earlier. Is Patriarch's Bidding. Because we're playing with all the conspiracy cards.
Yep. Get all your...
Yep, each player chooses a creature type. Each player returns all creature cards of a type chosen this way from their graveyard to the battlefield. This is really dangerous if you're playing against someone else that has tribal stuff.
Especially since the ninjas we're playing with are probably not going to be like the biggest things around.
Yep.
But,
there was a lot of talk of it in chat earlier, so... we've got the Archie archetype of imagination. The blue archetype from what is this? Born of the Gods. 4 blue. Why do I? There we go. 4 blue for a 3/2 human wizard enchantment creature. Creatures you control have flying. Creatures your opponents control lose flying and can't have or gain flying. So it turns on all of your combat damage nonsense.
And to make sure that all the opponent stuff drops out of the sky. That's pretty important.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Cool.
There's
Those are ones that I remember seeing a little before. Now they're talking about Invisible Stalker.
That's always helpful.
Yep. And I'm seeing a lot of the like erratic corals, so
Yeah, the Cold-Eyed Selkie's blue-green. So
yeah.
that won't work.
So I think we've actually done
God, Invisible
Decent
Stalker
amount.
is ice cold. Just because he's got to be one of the most terrifying 1/1s from a combat perspective ever printed.
yeah. The fact that he was printed in the set with Butcher's Cleaver is just insulting.
It's a problem.
That was
Okay,
a thing that happened
JT.
in Sealed.
Just for you. JT really likes Vampire Charm Seeker, even though it really only sort of works. Vampire Charm Seeker, 6 blue-black for a 3/4 Vampire Wizard with assist, although I doubt you're going to get much help. It has flying, and when it enters the battlefield, you can return target instant, sorcery, or creature card from a graveyard to its owner's hand.
Okay.
It does Dome for 8 with Yuriko. That is true. Good call.
That is true.
I already forgot that's why I was picking so many expensive cards.
Yeah. I was about to say, depending on where a person keeps going with that idea, I don't know. I don't know if Grozoth would be better here or better in the Yenet one that we were
You
doing
know, I
earlier.
saw Grozoth earlier and I went, nah.
That might be better for Yenet, actually.
Oh,
I don't
that
know.
could be. Hang on, now we gotta pull up Grozoth. Grozoth. Alright, for 9 mana, 6 and 3 blue, a 9/9 defender. When Grozoth enters the battlefield, you may search your library for any number of cards that have converted mana cost 9. Reveal them, put them into your hand. For 4 mana, Grozoth loses defender until end of turn, and it transmutes for 1 blue. Which means you can discard it and tutor up a card that costs 9. Oh god, do you remember that goon at... Oh god, this wasn't even Lucky's. It was at DJ's, who had this horribly complicated, like, Grozoth one-turn kill.
I seem to recall that, yes.
Oh, yeah.
It was, like, so stupidly complicated, but it actually, like, would work in theory. I can't remember anything about it, but I've always remembered this goon with a Grozoth one-turn kill.
Yeah, I remember you explaining it to us once, and we were like, oh, that's bizarre. How is that even going to happen? And yeah, I don't remember it either.
Yeah, that's it, though. Yeah.
No. Okay.
Somewhere out there, this is a thing. So, there you go. That is a nice little Commander 2018 Story Circle episode. There we go. I was like, hang on, what's the word? Brain, no function? Anyway.
I hate when that happens.
It happens all the damn time, too. So, how about some final thoughts? Dorks.
My brain no worky either.
Yay!
Well, I'll go ahead and start us off and everything. And it's always fun doing a story circle, and there are times when I'm not sure, like the second one we were doing, I couldn't get my traction in terms of what could kind of do, because essentially it's just going to be a ninjutsu deck. But I did really enjoy the first one, because that one was, there's so many fun things you could do with that.
Dirk
And
was
based on the
planned
comments
out
that
for
we
that
kept
one.
seeing, I can only assume that apparently I can be a horrible person when I decide to be one.
Well, that just means that you're a person, Dirk. Because anyone that claims to not have any proclivity to be terrible is just fooling.
Yeah.
Mike.
Well,
We all have that potential. Brian definitely has the potential, but I think Brian has way more fun coming up with just random decks that just make you go, Oh gosh. Do I have to do a lot of math? Please tell me I don't have to do a lot of math. This is what usually happens with Brian's decks.
That happened.
But like I said, it's always fun whenever I felt like I had a lot of traction in coming up with ideas for the other one, for the Sphinx decks. But that's all I got for my final thoughts.
Word. Next.
So I just want to say to anyone out there that debates the value of a Magic the Gathering inspired education. Carrie and I had purchased a Amazon Echo or the Echo, one of those like Alexa type thing. I'm tired. I can't remember which one it is, but it's one of those where you can talk to it, and if you have smart devices hooked up, it can do things like your dishes and turn on your fan and all that sort of stuff. Maybe
Order
not the
cat
dishes.
food.
Yeah. But so we haven't gotten it installed with everything yet, but there's a couple of neat things you can do with it. And one of them is a Jeopardy game. And we were playing it, and we weren't doing terribly well because some of those questions are just hard. It doesn't give you like the full $200, $300, $500, whatever. It just says here's one question in each category, and you have the normal one and the double Jeopardy one, which are supposed to be harder. And we were on the double Jeopardy one for one, and the category was something like fears, and I was like, and it said, this complicated sounding word is the name for when someone has an unusual fear of the number 13. And I was like, oh, what is triskaidekaphobia? And it's like, that's right. And Carrie gave me this look like, what the?
Who did I marry?
And there's another question coming up. She's like, I'll tell you later. So later, she's like, how do you know that? I looked at her right in the eye, and I said, magic. And she laughed. And I started to explain, and she's like, no, that's fine. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That's
Sick.
it. I was gonna mention the movie too, but I already did that while we were waiting. So I thought Ready Player One was fun, but I gotta say, if there's one thing that ruins my sense of disbelief about this movie, and there's a you spend a lot of disbelief. It's the thought that someone that is extremely socially awkward and introverted as the maker of this game would put on a contest that is literally know everything about my life. Like crazy, insane, detailed, not here's your knowledge of games, here's your knowledge of, because each one of these tests turns out to be like, how do you know the most obscure things about me? And literally the day I died, here's a ginormous library dedicated to me. And that probably took me out of it a little bit. But that's such a nitpicky thing. The whole thing was just awesome. So I guess. And I suppose if I invented a game that literally shaped the economy of the world, I could be like, how well do you know me? But it just didn't seem to fit with the rest of his character. So
I also just realized that the podcast and the stream didn't hear that because I was muted there. So what Brian was responding to was me saying, it goes back to what we were talking about in the pre-show odds and ends, is that nerds are some entitled bastards. And he was the biggest nerd ever. So
yeah, he just didn't strike me from what we learned about him as being that, like me. But whatever. Again, not trying to be like it. It was enjoyable. Next.
Mike, that's you.
All right. Yeah. So My final thought is pretty simple and straightforward. So, in the game of Magic right now, there are 61 cards with converted mana cost 9. It's not obvious from this list whether any of them that the guy with the crazy Grozoth combo would have had access to at the time would have actually done anything for the combo. So I'm assuming it had something to do with a card that cared about the converted mana cost of something in your hand. The world will never know.
You're actually trying to figure out what this stupid combo was.
It's gonna bother him.
Yeah. Thing is, like, half of these, it feels like half of these cards have been printed since then. So just trying to figure out which ones actually existed at the time that he would have been talking about, that he could have been talking about, so makes it more difficult.
Wait, I have an excuse me. I almost died. I have an idea.
Yes.
Do any of them have... It had to have something to do with Crush of Worms, right?
That was the first thing that popped out at me. It's like, maybe this is part of it.
Like, because that's what popped into my head when you were talking about that right then was, oh, Crush of Worms costs 9, right? Look it up. It does.
Mm-hmm.
And that was printed before this, so that helps.
Yeah.
I have no idea what Crush of Worms was doing, but that jumped out at me.
I guess it could be generating big enters the battlefield effects if they're power based.
Maybe? Something that gives you lots of mana when things enter the battlefield?
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything that gives you mana equal to power?
Mana equal to power?
God, I hope not. That sounds like a nightmare.
Mana
That sounds
Echoes
like a
doesn't give
problem.
equal to power, but it depends on the number of creatures that have entered the battlefield, if I'm thinking of the right thing. I don't know. Maybe it was something that involved Dream Halls, which is cheating, and we're all better off for not remembering it.
That could be. Okay, then. So is that me? Is that all
Yeah.
you got?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Thanks for that, Mike. So I have no real final thought that's not self-promotion at this point. So yeah, I'll just do that. Hey, since the last time we recorded a podcast? Well, this podcast, because I recorded one on Monday. Okay, let's see here. Where is the Manapool? Right there. So let's see what's gone up on the YouTube channel. I finished Cuphead. That video finally went public with all of its
Hearthstone videos.
with all of its wonderful swearing. There's a Plague Inc. video with using the Nurax worm that I titled "All Hail the Tackle Maggot," because when it's like, hey, there's a Nurax worm, it controls your brain. I was like, Tackle Maggot! And that's what I named the Nurax worm. So, yeah. I also have, 2 new Hearthstone videos from the previous meta before the new set came out. One is 3 really quick games in a row in one video, and the other one is 2 games against the Quest Warrior that I just really enjoyed both of those games, so I put them together and put out the video. Also, I've got my entire set review for the new Hearthstone set, the Boomsday Project, in 3 videos. And also, the pack opening is up but hasn't gone public yet. But if you're a patron, you can watch it. Yay, we were counting legendaries, epics, and goblin bombs. Oh yeah. There were not just the card, because lots of cards make goblin bombs, and I was counting them all. Oddly enough, it took a stupid number of packs to actually get the second goblin bomb card, which is a common.
Huh.
And I had like 2 of every common and like every rare almost at that point. And I still hadn't gotten a second goblin bomb. It was very strange.
Distribution in those packs is just crazy. I opened 53 packs and saw many, 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 many of the same rares. And like out of all, I only got a couple epics, and two of them were the when this comes into play. If you've got three things with toughness of 7, then do stuff like
Yeah,
okay.
that was my first epic. That and the Holomancer, the two of like the worst cards in the set, were my first two epics in the same pack, and I was like, thanks.
Yay.
My first double epic was that Paladin hand buff guy.
Nice.
Thinking about trying him out.
All right. So anyway, that's the YouTube channel. Also, Monday Night Magic, of course, goes up on the YouTube channel. We also stream that live here on Twitch with face cams, unlike this. And going up in the very near future, the next few days, is the final episode from the Reigns stream I did. That adorable game where you're the king and making decisions. And the first of a Slay the Spire daily climb, finally, that I streamed like ever ago. But it was my very first daily climb ever, and I decided I'd put it up on YouTube because it went pretty well. So, the daily climb, it's like a tavern brawl for Slay the Spire, where there are these completely different rules. The rules in this one were every combat drops a potion, and combats don't give you cards, they give you a relic. And every time you enter a room, you lose 1 HP. And you start with 5 copies of a card that randomly gives you a potion in your deck. And you're a silent. That's the class. So it was very, very bizarre. And ended up, like I said, working pretty well. That'll be 3 videos. So that'll go up on... the first one's up for early release people. So yay. Coming up in the future here on Twitch, tomorrow, like I said earlier, we're streaming Overwatch. Because Lucio Ball is back. So we will be streaming Lucio Ball whenever we get the opportunity, because Lucio Ball is brilliant. It's 3-on-3 soccer, sort of, where everyone is Lucio, and there's a giant ass soccer ball type thing, and you can punch it or you can boop it. And when you boop the soccer ball, it goes shooting across the map. It's beautiful. I love it. It's my favorite mode in... What's the game? Overwatch. I was like, in Lucio Ball. Wait, no. So, yeah, that'll be great. I think me and Bill and hopefully Cap will be doing some Copa Lucio Ball, which is competitive, because we're stupid. And we're actually pretty good at it. So, we're going to play some Copa Lucio Ball, and it's going to be sick. Also, in the near future, I really want to stream DuckTales. That'll be a stream. Now that I'm slowly getting rid of all of the videos that have been building up, I'm going to, stream that and put those videos up. Also, I have a game or two from the Boomsday pack opening. At least one with a Mechathune win. Ha-ha! That will be going up as well. Also, on the YouTube channel, the Stanley Parable... I need to start putting that up, which means I have to actually record the demo. Because the demo for the Stanley Parable is actually a completely separate thing. It's not like a piece of the game. And I didn't know that at the time when I did the stream. So I'm going to just record myself doing the demo. Because it's apparently like 20 minutes of brilliance. So I like it. So that's what's coming up in the near future. As well as, of course, the weekly Monday Night Magic and Manapool streams. And probably more Arkham City at some point. All that's left is challenges. I don't know if people actually want to watch the challenges, so I might not stream that. I might just play it when I'm not, miserable. Not miserable. Or working. When I'm not miserable or working, because those seem to be the two modes. So, yeah. But anyway, of course, you can find us all over the internet as The Manapool. That's on Twitch, on YouTube, on Twitter, on Instagram, on... what's the other one? Facebook. And themanapool.com is where you can find the podcasts. Yay.
Woot.
And, yeah. the only thing left is to say, if you want to help support what I do with this insane amount of content creation, is to... The most direct way is to go to patreon.com/themanapool and sign up there. You can get Manapool episodes and YouTube videos early. You can get the early stuff and the odds and ends, all the stuff recorded before and after both Monday Night Magic and the Manapool, which is uncensored and unfiltered and edited only for when Brian lets personal information slip. Yep. And it's always true. Brian. It's weird. The lawyer.
Let me tell you about why my social security number is rhyming phonetically.
And of course, you can become a Patreon lifeguard and get the odds and ends, the early stuff, and get the shout out on both podcasts and on all the videos that go up. So, I would like to thank Kim Ho, Andrew Hunt, Al, Paul David, Lance Delicious, Team U, Hellas Haryu, Connor Kennedy, John Morris, Stuart Slaw, PJ McMullen, Bosco Brittain, Casey, Nathan Hay, Danny Liao, Jason Doan, Cody Buckowing. Whew, I inhaled too deeply. Cody, you didn't kill me. It's fine. It was Jake Jansen's that killed me. Jake Jansen's, Jason Kaus, Brian DeLuigi, Stark Maximum, John Parker, Jimmy Scott, Dan Holm, Bartle, Mike Millerburn, and the Beast Father, Aaron Goodwine. I think... I'm still dying. So with that... yeah, let me wrap this up. With that, this has been the Manapool number 520. Thank you all so very much for listening, and go play some Magic.
You gonna make it?